All right, so it is November 2nd of 2023 and really excited. Two ahi pepper videos in a single day. It must be my birthday or something. This one I'm going to do a video on is one called the ahi crystal. We have grown this before. We have tried it before. What I remember about this one in the past is it sort of had a grapefruit taste to it. Ahi peppers are the ones that have the most fruity flavor out of all the different cultivars, which the main cultivars are annum, backannum, chinense, and pubescens. So these come from the ahi or the backannum cultivar, which tends to be a lot of times in South America. I can't remember where this one specifically came from. Just a little side note though, I'd like to show. This pepper right here is a mid 90 clips, Midwest mid 90 clips, and it's a long pepper. Look how tall that plant is. This is the ahi crystal. It's also a long pepper. Look how tall that plant is. This one right here is the ahi mango that we just did a video on. Our last video should be the ahi mango. And it see how squat these peppers are and small? Look at that plant right there. This one right here is a Phileas blue. It gives off little round pods, squat plant. This one right here is one plant in this bucket, and it's called the Oda. It is a large pepper. Being that it's growing in a bucket, I believe that is why this Oda is getting such a long shape to it. Also, if it was done in a wider bucket, it might have been a wider pepper, but this one is a large, almost like our trade-off for not growing bell peppers. We grow like some other varieties that are a little bit larger, and we notice that they do get a little more elongated when grown in our 5-gallon bucket system, as when we grow them in maybe a bigger, like this 7-gallon bucket by itself, it's a little bit wider. They grow a little bit thicker. So it really feels like the root structure and the peppers and the plants want to grow similar to each other. So it might be worth noting if you're going to double, like we have with this one right here, um, in a bucket, the longer peppers will grow better in longer buckets. The wider peppers will grow better in wider buckets. But anyways, I have to cough once per video. It seems like it's just like something that bothers my brain or something. Anyways, it's the ahi crystal pepper. What I did find out about it is it's supposed to be around 30,000 Scoville units, which is similar to what I remember. I've compared it a lot to the heat level in a lemon drop pepper, which is about that much. And if it has the same heat level that I remember it as well, it's going to be about similar to one that we tried just a little while ago called the ahi mango. So the ahi crystal pepper, I don't believe it's an heirloom. I'm not quite sure. I'd advise anybody who's interested in anything that they see we do videos. We do videos based on personal experiences. We just like we're just a small family. We're in a little tiny apartment. Our winter was hitting quick, so we pulled 5 plants in. We can't keep this up for very long. We got more growing in our bathroom. Um, but wanted to do videos on these 5 peppers before it was too late, and our winter was moving in so quick that we just decided to pull them in. So another thing that it did say online about these is when they go from this color to red, they escalate in heat quickly. Some peppers, well, most peppers will escalate in heat when they go from the underripe to the overripe. From what I understand, though, the underripe to the ripe escalates really, really quickly. So these ones should be relatively mild altogether, where this one would be around the 30,000, maybe even a little bit more Scoville units. But we'll take one of these off. We're going to save the rest of the pods for seeds, dry them out. But do you want that really red one, or which one do you want?
Yeah.
We'll try the really red one. Okay.
It's kind of starting to get wrinkly. I wonder if we should try this one instead.
All right.
Think?
Yeah. This comes from the backannum cultivar. You can almost always tell a backannum. They almost look like they're translucent or made of glass or some sort of like shiny candy. This one right here it isn't really a great example because it's still green. Um, Most of the annums have like a flat color, like a jalapeno generally has a flat color. Our lemon spice jalapeno is like a flat yellow, maybe a bright yellow, but it's still like almost flat. These almost look like they're made of glass with the ahi varieties. So really excited about this one. The reason I wanted to grow it again is because I had such a good experience with it last time I tried it. It was just a really, really good trade-off. We like to use our ahi peppers, especially fresh, but whether fresh or dried in jams mostly, which really, really makes a good pepper to use because our favorite to use in the jams is the Sugar Rush. The Sugar Rush can get up to 100,000 Scoville units and be a little bit hot. So if you want a more mild jam, the cooking of these plus the use of them, I did hear that the flavor does increase with the heat immensely, though. Sometimes, a lot of times, if you want a sweeter pepper, you're going for the riper ones. Peppers can be eaten in any stage, though. So a lot of times these will even be used yellow, because so many produce. And from what I understand, this one right here, it produces a lot more if you keep pulling them off. And we haven't really done that too much. So even though we got quite a few peppers on here, we probably should have pulled some of these off earlier in order to get more of a horde going along. But this is the ahi crystal. Take it inside and give it a better look. Love you guys. Catch you in a second. All right, so an ahi crystal pepper from the Capsicum Back at 'em cultivar. And go ahead and cut it up. We'll give it a try. I think I'll try this one too. I think I was going to cut out of the last video. I tried a little bit of one, but I haven't been feeling well. I'm a little under the weather. I might have a head cold or something going on, and a little more fearful than my already.
See if I can do it. I do pack a lot of seeds. The walls are still pretty thin, even like the other one.
This would be an extremely easy pepper to dry, though, just to take all the seeds out like that chunk right there.
Yeah. That placenta is a little thicker. Alright. Let's give it a try. Here we go. Here's some of the sweeter part for you. It's really sweet. I got no heat with that. Maybe just a little like warmth.
We tried the ahi mango, which should be relatively similar in heat. The Back Adams tend to have
more heat on that part, so as you go further up the pepper, it does get a little warmer. But so far, I haven't gotten nearly the amount of heat that I got with the ahi mango.
It could always be our grows too. I want everybody to know that in every video that we do. This is just our personal experience. You're almost surely to have a different experience if you were to give this a try, and a different idea of whether you liked it or not. Just our flavor preferences and all sorts of stuff. That's got a little bit of
placenta with it.
If you're ever wanting to try to cut as much heat out of a pepper that you're eating fresh as well, take all the seeds and take all that white core stuff out. That's called the placenta. There's
definitely heat in that. And yeah, it's pretty much the same as the other one.
We tried the ahi mango recently too, and it's supposed to be about 30,000.
Isn't as sweet as the ahi mango. The ahi mango is definitely a lot sweeter and fruitier flavoring. This one has just a mild sweetness to it, not a ton of flavor. But that heat was there in that placenta. Ooh.
All right, be brave for me. We did a video, our last video is one on called the ahi mango, and it had a really floral flavor to it, but it was like, with the sweet, it wasn't bad at all. It just really kind of was floral for a second, mild it out, and was still really, really good. I usually associate the floral flavor with like a lot of the ornamentals and peppers that aren't necessarily favorites that are eaten very often like that. I think that floral flavor does steer a lot of other people away as well. This one, it doesn't really have any floral flavor. It has the sweet that the Back Adam ahis are known for, but yeah, I can sense the heat about the same too. I'm not gonna eat the placenta or the seeds. That's Angel's a crazy lady, so. But I would say that one has a little bit of a bitter flavor.
Kind of, yeah. It's definitely not as sweet as ahi mango or the Sugar Rush Peach. It does have a little bit of sweetness. The heat's about the same. It's good. It's not one that I would choose to grow if I'm looking for the flavor.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's definitely a pretty decent trade-off.
Yeah,
This, I want to
it's
make
got
it
some
clear
good heat.
too, this could definitely be our grow. My last video, I think I did a video on this previously. If I didn't, I know that I've tried this one before. And the thing that intrigued me the most to grow it again was it did have almost a distinctive like grapefruit flavor to it. The other one did. This one,
Mm.
I'm not getting that same sort of grapefruit flavor. So it could be that
Mm-mm.
this grows not as well as the other one that we had done. As we're running to the end of our season, we're just kind of winging it. So, um, yeah, it does have the sweet back item flavor to it. I didn't taste the grapefruit that I tasted in it previously, which could be a sign of our grow, or I know that these ones are from our saved seeds. That means when we grew it before, we saved the seeds and grew it again. It does come from a established variety. I'm not sure if it's an heirloom or not, but even if it's not, it's from an established variety or an open pollinated variety, which means that if you save the seeds from it, you'll get the same pepper again. It won't be like a hybrid or a low level, couple growed into, cross pollinated one that, you don't know what you're going to get. This one right here came from our actual seeds and grew almost the exact same pepper. So, um, it's most likely from our grow just because we had such a wonky year. It kind of threw
Yeah,
things off a little bit. So I am tasting the back at 'em sweet, but I don't want to disparage the pepper also because what I remember of this is a grapefruit flavor, and it's probably from our grow that I'm not getting it
yeah,
again like this. But usually these do have a little bit of flavor. This one almost tastes a little bit bitter with the sweet.
yeah,
It's got that sweet back at 'em flavor with it, but it's got a little bit of a bitterness to it too, which might be overripe or anything along those lines. But it's a really, really good pepper. We're big fans of the back at 'em cultivars. They're the species of pepper that taste the most like fruit. The sugar rush peach, I do taste a little bit of peach in there. The lemon drop, I do taste a little bit of citrus. There was ahi yuyo, which it tastes a little bit like a grape wine, maybe. There's so many different varieties of back at 'em, and even if they don't have a specific flavor like this one, didn't taste like the grapefruit, it does taste like you put a little bit of sugar on it. That's the only way I can kind of
yeah,
describe it. A little bit of sugar or cream or something along those lines. It's a little bit sweet with the pepper flavor.
yeah.
But really, really big fans of these. They dry well.
Definitely have some good heat. They would be great in salsas, jams, soups, whatever you like to spice up.
Yeah, and being that some of these back atoms are on the lower heat Scoville, 30,000 is not bad. It really isn't when you're coming to these varieties, especially if you remove the seeds and the placenta. It's really not a lot of heat, especially if you're using it in a jam. You'll get a little bit of a mild heat, but you won't get like a burn like some of the hotter peppers if you were to include those into jams. I can imagine taking this fresh, cutting the stem off, and putting it in a giant jar of jam of any fruit flavor and just dropping it in there like a tequila worm at the bottom of a tequila bottle. But this is the Ahi Crystal. Um, excellent back Adams variety. I'm sorry if this isn't a good show on it. We're just a small family. This is our personal experience with this one this year. I do believe I did another video on this previously. Um, if I didn't, what I do remember about this is I got a lot more of a grapefruit flavor to it, which is hard to explain. It's like you take a bite of grapefruit and then you eat a pepper. You get mostly the pepper flavor, but you still have the aftertaste of the grapefruit or a little bit of sugar in there, kind of.
Yeah,
So really love the back Adam varieties. I've seen people grow this one hugely more productive than ours. One of the hints online says to clip them off as soon as you can, even yellow, because they're not that bad. They're not as sweet or as good as we like them, unripe, but they're still actually really good peppers to use in lots of different situations and stuff. These ones are really crispy. They probably keep on the
oh
counter
yeah,
for a really long time. They look like glass. They almost dry into like pieces of glass is what it kind of looks like, or maybe thin clear crystal candy.
yeah.
But really good variety. The Ahi Crystal, November 2nd of 2023. Anything you would like to add?
It's pretty good pepper. Flavor's not terrible. The heat's pretty good. I would recommend it, even if you haven't tried it, just to see. It might be the one that you like. Um, really good pepper.
So yeah, and I think under the right conditions and the right grow situation, that this one would be even better than that. I don't want this
Yeah,
video to be the definer on it because I really, really like this pepper, and I would like to give it another shot to see if I could get the grapefruit out of it again.
Yeah.
All right, love you guys, and catch you in a second. All right, so take some of these pods off here. That one. That one. Probably tomorrow or the next day, those last couple will go. But they look really cool, huh?
Yeah.
We'll just toss them in the old pepper drying bin. We got tomato seeds in there too, huh?
Yeah.
We'll have to get another one of these things to put it in there, but
yeah.
Ahi Crystal, love you guys. Thanks for watching.